was just walking and I found myself feeling some body shame, and I felt like I want to share this. Maybe at some point I'll like take off some of my clothes and make a video. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it now while the inspiration's here. So I just walked over to this like area that feels kind of secluded. I come here to dance sometimes, and just hang out with the trees. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do like the body shame tour to see if that can be this alchemical loosening of shame. And I'm in a kind of playful mood around it a little bit, so that feels like that can often be something that dissolves it to some degree. So first off, start with my feet and go up to my head and display all the awesome judgments I have of my body and the ways that they have me scared of people in the world and intimacy. And I don't seem to know how to flip this, so I apologize if it's a little hard to see, because I'm not gonna be able to see what you're seeing. So, first off, I have a fungal friend, and he likes to hang out in different parts of my body, and he has different names when he's in different parts. So, the first place he likes to hang out, the place he hangs out the most, is my right foot. So, if you compare my feet, you might be able to tell that my right foot has a little more red, and his name is Athlete's Foot. When he's down here, you might be able to see it's a little like dry, and the nails are kind of like, I don't know, something going on there, and barely ever on this foot, but for whatever reason this foot. And something I feel a little embarrassed about. It's potentially contagious from what I've heard, from what I've read, but then I've also read that it's only contagious if you have it started with an infection, which mine didn't, and I've been like sharing beds and intimate with people for all these years and never spread it to anyone, so I don't know if that's true. Okay, so he also likes to hang out in an area that's a little more private. It's like the inside of my thigh, and I'm gonna see if I can show you without showing you too much. But you can kind of see there's like red in discoloration, and when he hangs out there, he's called Jokic. Lovely name. And it's hardly ever on the right side, just on the left side, like inner thigh. And yeah, it can be uncomfortable and itchy, but I also feel like they're my allies because they help me to like access. It's interesting when they itch and I like, you know, sort of gently rub them or scratch them, it releases emotion. I get anger and grief comes up, and it feels like they somehow facilitate that process for me. And then just recently, I got it on one of my fingers. I don't know if you could tell, like that finger looks different than the rest. And I forget, it has some kind of scientific name when it's on the finger, but yeah, so it's spreading around, it's hanging out. And I tried to get rid of it for a while, and every once in a while I'll like put apple cider vinegar on it, but after a while I was like, you know, I don't think it wants to be gotten rid of. I think it's here to help me. I think it's here for whatever reason it's here. We're both just passengers in this body, and why do I have any more right to this body than this guy does, right? So I kind of just let it be, and it's not really that big a deal. Yeah, so I took my shirt off because I'm shy about my body. I haven't been working out, so it, you know, it's a little extra. My stomach is where I get the most like self-conscious about. It's not like super big, but it's bigger than I like it, and so I like to tell it, you're ugly, get smaller. And I like to judge myself for the foods I eat, and tell myself I should just stop eating at times and fast and stuff so that I can get that back in the place I want it. What else? Sometimes I get a little self-conscious about like my arms when I'm not working out as much, that they're getting skinny. So, my teeth. I found out at some point that I had been grinding my teeth and they got really small. And yeah, it's something I'm pretty self-conscious about. I notice sometimes I don't want to like show my smile because they're tiny. And I had a kid notice and was like, why do you have baby teeth? I was like, I don't know, because I didn't know I was grinding. So I wear a night guard now, and that limits it. But I'm scared, like, I don't know, it might just go away at some point. And I wish they were bigger and fuller, and those beautiful teeth that people have, that they can just flash those smiles. I think the last thing I'll do is my hair. So it's like thinning a bit. It hasn't actually seemed like much has changed in the last couple of years, but it's thinner in the front, and I notice. And so that's part of the reason I sort of brush it forward, even though it feels like I don't know what I'm doing with my hair most of the time. But yeah, it's like I'm trying to hide that it's thinning, and I don't like that. And if I push it backwards like I used to do, then it's like obvious. And if I shave it short, like buzz it, then you can really tell. So I feel like I have to keep it longer to not fall victim to shame. Okay, that's all for now. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Thank you for joining me. This feels edgy to share, but I think I'm gonna do it. Bye-bye.